Good evening and welcome to Evil Ginger Miniatures, where I sit in front of the shelves of shame and have a little chat. This is another one of my practice streams because the Tuesday official stream was a bit rubbish as far as I was concerned, though I did get a lot of nice comments from people saying that it would only get better. It had better. Being a harsh critic of myself. We tonight have got an unboxing. Not something I would generally feature, but I significantly backed a Kickstarter late last year from Great Escape Games, and the goodies arrived today, so it struck me as being a good idea, as a practice piece at least, to show you what's in it. Rather looking forward to it, because it's the Dead Man's Hand Redux. Now, I liked the idea of Dead Man's Hand, but I never got into it because of funds and too many skirmish games all at once that I couldn't really deal with, because at the time it came out I was into several, and I've got into Frostgrave and other games as well as, and basically not been playing any of them since the pandemic, since lockdown, which pretty much killed the gaming community around here in person. It's coming back, and I'm trying to resurrect my wargaming and skirmish gaming hobby, as well as using it as a way of promoting Evil Ginger Miniatures, which will be Evil Ginger Miniatures Limited as of tomorrow, as I become an officially limited company, and I'm then the world's poorest CEO. But that is a topic for probably next Tuesday. But tonight, I take my trusty and very blunt knife and seize hold of this dirty, great, huge box. Don't worry about me doxing myself. This is my actual business address, so the universe knows about it. And it's on my website, it's on Company's House, and it's on all sorts of places. And you have to have an address and a contact details for under the distance selling regulations, which now this is going to be fun because I've not got much space, because I made some space, but it wasn't probably enough. So I'm off screen attacking things with a knife. Now I need to get that out before I need to get the documentation out before I do anything else foolish, like chop lumps off it, because I will need to file that because it's for the work type stuff. So you get to see man attacking box with trusty knife. Sadly off screen. I really need somebody to come in and help me clean this bloody workshop up. It is getting beyond an amusement joke. There are squabbles and there is stuff which I will fish out. First of all, and I'll open this later, I'll open this in a minute, there's a very hefty box which half fills the thing. This is the main box, and that's what comes in it. And that is basically the starter set for Redux, and it's a good chunk of a box. Slightly damaged, but then again, that isn't going to matter because I will slightly damage it a lot more. And I have people in the chat. Hello, everyone. Particularly Sean Angling, and hi to everybody else that he said. Stu, Bo, and Alicia, who are lovely people from my D&D campaign, which I run on Tuesday at Books and Banter, which is where this is probably going to get demoed. Now, before I open the game box, I'm going to fish out the extras I got, because I did get extras, it being a Kickstarter. What's the point of doing a Kickstarter if you don't get extras? Right. They're not in snazzy boxes yet, And but we have a building. I believe this is, I'll open the bag and see what size building it is, because I ordered a couple of extra 2-story buildings which aren't in the original set. Yeah, this is a 2-story building, and that is a set of destructions which, without actually putting it together, look reasonably well laid out and color coded. The nice people from Plastic Soldier Company used to do that with their plastic tanks, which made working out which bit went on which variant a lot better and more fun. Well, anyway, that's one 2-story building which I will be constructing, and you will see pictures of on the Evil Ginger page as and when it's done. This is a second 2-story building because I wanted a bigger town. In fact, I still want a bigger town. Let's fish the squabble out of there, which has got in there because the bag came open. The Ziploc it's in. I think these will probably come in a nice box on the full release, and I'll show you that when I get one, because I will be ordering some more. Because I have lots of things to play that need Wild West buildings. Also in the box, there's a load of squibbles. Right, so I ordered some other stuff other than that, so we'll see where that ended up. Is it ended up down inside these bags, or are they just... I don't know. That was one of the mysteries, because I thought I'd ordered some cactuses and I expected them to be out the main box. You may have to have a little chat with the nice lads at Great Escape Games. They did say they picked them. And they are really nice lads. So I'm going to call them. I may or may not have just not found them. This is always a potential. Right, so how does this go together, and is it taped together? This is the other question. So we want to open it that way up. So I'll have to do that off screen. Now, this is what's in the box. And some of this might have been extra to the Kickstarter. I cannot remember. These are some cowboy sprues. They will make up into gunfighters and bystanders for the thing. I think it's 10 men and 5 women in the set that I got. But they do separate 10 model sets of male and female gunfighters, or armed males and females, which you can make up as you want, as well as a lot of nice metal figures, which I didn't get because I have limits. That's the figure. That's the soldiers, which I shall put down in the box on the floor, and remember not to tread on it. There's also a wagon with a tilt and a nice colour-coded set of instructions, and a wagoner to go with it on the sprue. And you can do it with the tilt, without the tilt, all sorts of ways. I can see me buying lots of those so I have one on one of each of the variations. A bookmark, a how to build instruction for the for the double and single story buildings, though the main set only has single story buildings. A set of game cards, and as I say, I got the PDF as part of the Kickstarter, and I have skim read it, and I understand none of it at the moment, so I'm going to be having a learning experience, probably at Books and Banter. But these are the cards, and you need those to play the game. And I'll pop those down in the box down there. This is looks like another building, one of the single-story buildings. And I think those instructions that I was waving about a moment ago were the ones that fell out of here. So I think they live in there. So we should put those in there. And it will help repopulate my shelf of shames, because I've been quite good at clearing and tidying and organising. And I have space, which of course I naturally fill. This is, let's grab these. This is the another building with some bits and pieces for street clutter and things, which I think is the same. I think that is the sprue for the sidewalks. I think I need another one of those, but I'll have to lay things out to see if I've got enough, because I meant to order another one and get one in the box, and I wanted an extra one potentially to cope with the extra buildings I was ordering, but I didn't because I got overexcited. So I will do that the next time somebody is kind enough to pay me. I got some coins. They mean something in the game, but they are very nice, very metal. I think they're dollar. The dollars. I don't know how these work, but again, I will read the game system and work it all out together. Then we have some. Right. This is the bits I thought were going to be loose. They're actually in the box. We have some cactuses, because you can't have Wild West desert areas without cactuses. Also some more cactuses in a funky color, different sort of cactuses. They do two cactus packs, and I basically bought one of each because I want to scatter these around outside the town. That's the one everybody thinks of when they come to the Wild West. I think one of these might have broken off the base, but I'm sure it's nothing a bit of glue can't skewer. And being a professional painter, modeler, and hobbyist, I've got that stuff everywhere. Again, so we'll put those back in there. Also in there are some dice. Now I'm assuming that, like all game dice, these are cursed. Again, D20s. They're just the general normal standard dice that you use, nice and easy to read, especially for people like me who, if you take my glasses off, can't actually see very well anymore. Amazing that I'm blind and paint, but I do. Magnification is your friend, as I think I've discussed on my YouTube channel, sorry, on my Facebook things. And here we have the rule book. Now I have seen what's inside this, because I've got the PDF. You got the PDF as part of the bundle, but this is the rule book. I'm going to open this up. And it seems to be a slimmer volume than I expected. I was expecting a great chunky thing like the Osprey's. Osprey latest Frostgrave type books. But this is a bigger format. And again, I'm getting to the point where large print might be useful. But it seems to be set up quite nicely with lots of diagrams and all your bits and pieces. As I say, I think there's a quick play sheet in here somewhere, but if there isn't, yeah, that's going to be a thing that what I do photocopy and do stick in folders so that people have got reference sheets. But it's nice to see it in a hard copy and to get to actually play it. Also in here are the card counters, which you use in game. I could have got some extra counters. I could have got some flashier acrylic pre-cut counters, but as I say, money is an issue sometimes when you're an impoverished painter, and I am definitely impoverished. But I keep plugging away, as you have to. Now that appears to be everything in the box, and I'm quite looking forward to getting that out and actually getting some paint on it. But I need to clear my desk first, because if that expands to the level I think it will, I'm not going to be able to move around in the workshop without tripping over something, and it's got almost that point now. And, well, yeah, it's part of the jolly fun of being a collector of stuff and having a house to fill up, and I did. Anyway, I think that's probably about it for now, unless anybody's got any questions. As I say, we've only got the one comment in the chat. Because I have got things to do. I am currently trying to set up an online bank account for my business because I need one, a separate one from my personal one. I also need to sort out what I want to put on the Etsy shop, because the Etsy shop currently has precisely one listing, and this was a trial listing of a figure I don't really want to sell. I'll sell similar, but Sean, yeah, so am I. I played an awful lot of first edition, and then we had lockdown, and second edition came out during lockdown, and I haven't played second edition at all. The whole thing about Books and Banter is that I'm going out there to play it. I've got a scenario set up for a players versus environment, and I'm also sorted out another one of my unpainted first edition warbands to act as a second demo warband, so we can do PvP. I need to sort out some treasure counters because mine are all hidden in the actual finished parts of the shelves. It's a shame because I did actually finish a lot of them. I also made some of my own sort of points of interest encounters, which might be treasure, might be traps, might be something else. And they just look like they're just what's it bases, the 25mm round stone floor bases that you flip over, and on the bottom of them there's a coloured disc, and they're either a trap or a monster or might be an additional treasure, but they're mostly likely to be a trap or a monster, because I quite liked the breeding pits with their additional traps and the dungeon part of it as a feature. But yeah, there'll be Frostgrave, and there'll be Frostgrave soloed on here as well. But I really need a better camera than just talking into my laptop. I would intend to film it and edit it, and I need more kit for that. So that's a thing. But we're heading in that direction. And I also need to clear the table in the workshop so I can get a 4x4 or a 2x2 so we can actually have some gaming on there. This will go on there as well. I'll be soloing this, if only to teach myself how to play. Because it's always nice to know the rules you try to teach people before you've taught them. Anyway, I think I've pretty much got everything I want to do here done. And I think I did a bit better than the official stream. There will be more on Tuesday coming, where I will do a longer stream, potentially an hour, and I can talk through things and show things off, and hopefully I'll have more of this sort of Frostgrave scenery, so there'll be more of that, and I can actually get some of these pieces to the point where I can actually start putting some paint on them. I think I can slip a lull in between two commissions to do that. Thank you very much, Sean. It's brilliant, and I will see you all on Tuesday, though I might pop on, though I am on Facebook every day doing this sort of thing, and I will be possibly popping on for another practice session like this on YouTube before now. Anyway, have a great evening, have a good weekend, and I will get on with work, because in the grim, dark future of the 21st century, there is only work. Take care.